Hi, everybody. Welcome. We have 14 people in. Hit the like button as you guys come in, please. I have. So I'm actually doing this on both Facebook and YouTube because a lot of Gambians are on Facebook. So I decided to post it on Facebook because actually what triggered this conversation or this live today is about another Gambian. It's about a Gambian issue, but also I included diasporans because it also has to do with some diasporans, okay? So make sure you guys hit like as you come in so that we can trigger more people to join this live stream. Let me see the comments and say hi to you guys. Happy Companion, hi, how are you? Thank you for joining. B Stallion, hi. Slayton, B Slayton, I'm sorry. Hi. I just Corner, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Annette Louise, thank you for joining. Thank you. Joyce, hi Joyce, how you doing? Nicole, hi. Real Africana, hi, how are you? So I don't know how many people we're gonna get on Facebook, but that's okay. I know they're still gonna watch it later because Gambians, they're so addicted to Facebook, so that's a good thing. Because I know if I post it here alone, a lot of people may not see it that are Gambians, okay? Anyways, so like I said, this post is triggered by Nyang Jai's attitude towards a young Gambian boy. So I saw this post and I was just so disgusted about it. And I had to send it to a couple of people to see what's going on. And basically, he got mad at his employee for going to the presidential party launching, because our president has just launched his party. I believe it was 3 days ago. And this boy went there. He's 16 years old, by the way. His dad works for this particular Gambian guy called Nyang Jai, who I'm a big fan of. His dad works for him, and then Nyang Jai, the dad also usually brings the boy to work with him, wanted the boy to be working during weekends, you know. So, which I think it's a good thing. He's young. A lot of people were saying that, first of all, mic test. Can you guys hear me? I'm sorry. Can you guys hear me? Like, how is the mic? I'm not even sure which mic I'm using because I have two mics here. So, let me know if you guys can hear me, please. Say yes. Yes. Okay. All right. I don't know how clear it is though, but let's just do this. I'm not about to stop it. Anyways, which I think it's a good thing, like I said, because he's young. A lot of people were saying that, oh, that's child labor. He's just 16 and you are making him walk. But I think otherwise, because at 16, he can still walk if he can make himself money. You know, if it's his off days, he can walk and help his dad, you know, bring in more income to their house. So why not? So I actually don't support like people that are saying he's young, he's just 16, you're using him as child labor. First of all, his dad wants him to work, and probably he also wants to work. So that makes it even, you know, better. Who doesn't want a child that wants to work? Like, they need to be responsible. And at 16, is the right time to start. So this is what I was talking about yesterday. People, like, they let these kids get so lazy, and at the end of the day, you want them to start working at the age of 30, 40. They're already lazy by then. They don't want to do it because they're not used to it. So there was literally nothing wrong with him walking. I support him walking, and I feel like this is going to encourage him and this is going to make him a better man. So kudos to his dad. And of course, kudos to Nyang Jai himself for wanting to employ him. Okay. So, but the problem here is that the boy went to the presidential party launching, and he came back with a T-shirt, like the party T-shirt that says NPP, because that's the name of the party. And he didn't just come back with the T-shirt, but he came back to work late. So I don't know if he took permission from his dad or not, but his employer was really angry, who is a Gambian man called Nyang Jai, and he's an advocate for, you know, a better Gambia for everybody, and advocates for the youth, employment, and basically development. So that's why I'm a big fan of him. I feel like he just spills the truth as it is, basically. Yeah, he just spills the truth as it is. Some people may not like it, but it is what it is. Sometimes we have to spill the truth. Now, my problem with this particular video that he did and the post that he made is he posted this young guy because the boy came late to work. But also, Nyang Jai is not a fan of the president and his party. I'm not a fan either, but you know, the truth has to be told. He's not a fan of the president and his party. And I feel like his reaction to the boy coming late and coming with a T-shirt has to do with politics more than employment, the boy's employment or his actual or his behavior towards work. So I'm just gonna put this up here. I don't think you guys can read it, but I'm gonna quickly read it for you guys and what he said. Now that's the first post that he made about the boy after, you know, his anger and frustrations He said, my gardener came to work with Barrow's t-shirt. Barrow is the president. After leaving the stadium, I told him to remove it and put it where it belongs, my septic tank. Secondly, no pay for coming to work late. Let Barrow pay him for wasting his productive day. I hate selfish people. My gardener is a 16-year-old boy who doesn't understand the dynamics of what's going on. All I wanted was a t-shirt. Sajah Cisse has made his day. He is going home with a suitcase filled with clothes. So that's what he said. And even before he did this video, I was already disgusted at what I saw. Because first of all, you post a young kid. He's just 16. I believe he deserves a warning. And the reason why I said this is more about politics, I feel like your anger is coming from the politics side more than just, I don't know. But that's what I think. You could have given him a warning or tell him to take off that t-shirt. For God's sake, it is somebody else's child, and nobody wants their child to be disgraced. Thirdly, you have gone overboard by putting his privacy out there. That is his picture. And you do not have to put his picture out there. If you wanted to talk about the post, if you wanted to talk about his behavior, talk about it. But you didn't have any right to put his picture out there, to take his clothes and put it in a septic tank. It is wrong. And the truth has to be told. Now, the problem with most of us is that when we're supporting somebody, like I told you guys, I am a big fan of Nyanjai himself because I just love the words that comes out of his mouth. But this time around, I'm not supporting his actions because I think it's wrong. And this is my opinion. You can go against it if you want. Why would you put his t-shirt in a septic tank? It wasn't yours. I'm not condoning the fact that this boy came late, which I'm going to be talking about later, but let me focus on Nyanjai first. So, this boy's dad works for you, and the boy works for you. They came late to work. What should you have done? Forget the t-shirt part, because that is their shirt. That's what they have, especially the fact that you don't even, what do I say again? You don't give them a uniform. You don't provide them a uniform so they can wear whatever they want. But if at all your policy says that, I'm fine, Alex. If at all your policy says that, do not bring anything related to politics, like shirts or anything, shoes, then they shouldn't have done it, which I don't think you have let them know. So the boy thinks that it's okay to come to work with his t-shirt, having Barrow in the front. Well, you should have told him, take off this t-shirt because I don't appreciate you coming to work and bringing things that are related to politics. And secondly, I don't like Barrow. Let him take it off. If you don't take it off, send him home, let him go take it off there and wear another uniform. And if he decides that he doesn't want to take it off, you have the right to fire him because it's your job. But I must say, the way you went about it is absolutely disgusting and wrong. Forget being an advocate for development, youth, and change for Gambia. Because right now, you're not actually doing what you're preaching. He has every single right. And what pains me about this is that I believe he can't say much because they need the money. The dad needs the money, the boy needs the money, and secondly, he's young. But I believe so many Gambians that are adults, you cannot do this to them. You know? You can't put their clothes in a septic tank. How dare you? And you have the nerves to put it on social media so unapologetically. This is unacceptable. This is the problem that we Black people, we have. Africans. The moment you're above somebody, financially a little bit, we think we can treat them anyhow. And instead of you to come on board and apologize for your actions because you have been attacked by so many people that you're wrong, you decided to do a video and talk about how unapologetic you are about your actions and switching the whole topic to why did they give people t-shirts? They called them for a gathering and did not give them a mask. But that is not what you portray out there on social media. That is not what you shown a few days ago. If at all that's the reason why you did it, because you're angry that the president's party or the organizers did not give people masks to prevent them from getting COVID, but have given them t-shirts, then you should have talked about that. You should have voiced out your opinions, and most of us would have agreed with you because they're the people that are saying that COVID is going rampant in Gambia and they need to protect themselves. So if they need to call for a gathering, they need to protect the people as well. But you didn't do that. Your main focus is why the 16-year-old boy came to your house with a Battle t-shirt. And not just that. Your hate for Battle made you took away his dignity. For what? All because of politics? What kind of hate is that? That don't make no sense. It has to be something more than that. Unless you're hiding something that you didn't tell us, because there is no way somebody is gonna come to my house with a Barrow t-shirt, no matter how I don't support Barrow or I don't agree with him. There's no way somebody is gonna come to my house, and an employee for that matter, and I'm gonna take their shirt, take it off from them, and then put it in a septic tank. That right there is arrogance. And if people don't tell you the truth, they're just being in denial and they're lying to you. The people that have condemned your actions are the ones that love you and want for us to be better people. And I know you don't see these people as your friends because they're telling you the truth. The thing is that every time we have somebody telling us the truth, we consider them our hater, right? Now that person hates us for telling us the truth about ourselves. If you love me, you have to agree with every single thing that I'm doing. It doesn't work like that. I don't have to agree with nothing that you're doing if it doesn't sit right with me. But you people want people to agree with the good, the bad, the ugly, and the beautiful. So it really doesn't matter what you do. I demand an apology. And the good Gambians demand an apology, at least to that, to those employees, the father and the son. You have made a video today again, telling us how unapologetic you are. That video is too long and I cannot even share it on the screen. I don't know if I can put the voice out there because it's like 15 minutes, but I would say he talked for like 12 minutes, basically. I will try to put the voice on and see if you guys can hear that. Like I said, the good Gambians who cares about other Gambians and respect their privacy and their dignity demands an apology from you. It's not that hard to say sorry, but it looks like your ego would not let you to say that, Nyangjai. Say sorry to him. I'm sorry for putting your clothes in a septic tank. But I was so angry because I despise Barrow and MPP. Period. That's just it. You don't want to be wrong. That's why you don't want to apologize. Don't see me as a hater because I don't hate you. Like I said, I am a big fan of you. But when you go left, I'll bring you back to the right side. Because we are all Gambians and I don't appreciate how you treated that boy. I'm going to play his audio. I don't know if you guys can hear it because I really cannot share that here like with StreamYard, if the thing is too long, it won't take it. But I'm gonna see if I can see the video and basically you guys can listen to the voice. I'm gonna try. So I want you guys to let me know if you can hear the voice, because that's the most I can do, basically. For some people who did not hear the voice, because I know a lot of Gambians probably heard his voice. So this is on Bluetooth. I'm gonna have to take that out. Disconnect. Okay. I just disconnected this Bluetooth, so can you guys hear it? Let me know.
Look and interpret.
Oh, you guys can hear it? Damn. Okay, so you guys cannot hear it. That's sad. Let me try my phone because I really want you guys to hear this. So just let me know if you can hear it now. I think I took the mic out, that's why.
The messenger is not Gambia's problem.
Can you guys hear it now, please?
It's the way we look and interpret the message. The message was not about the kid that was here. The message was about the irresponsible nature of the president and his team to congregate people and cause a super spreader event without taking adequate measures. What am I talking about? If you are ready to give a t-shirt to somebody, you should and must be equally ready to give a mask to that person to make sure that they're safe from COVID-19. Selfishness and indifference to our public health is troubling. And not only by the president, but all the political parties. But what makes it so troubling? The president is the citizen in chief, and he should be setting the example for others to follow. I was at home doing some gardening work with a friend of mine who's been working with me and around me for at at least a good 23, 25 years. Great guy. This guy is an entrepreneur. Started just doing gardening on his own. Today he employs people. And he's doing probably 20s and 30s of homes on a monthly basis, excluding selling flowers. A Gambian for that matter too. A Gambian that's doing good. So he is someone that I promote. He is someone that I want to see and help and make sure he becomes successful in this country of ours. And being successful in this country of ours is not just talking, but is in deed. And yes, deed is how I partake and participate with this gentleman, a brother and a friend. He has a son, and on weekends, he wants his son to be exposed in his trade. So he brings him to the garden and he works. Saturday, they were here doing work, and all of a sudden, this young man disappeared, nowhere to be seen. I was on, he came back with a t-shirt, a young gentleman. But the unfortunate thing is, he doesn't know what the t-shirt represents. He's not even into politics. He doesn't understand politics. But the adults that gave him the t-shirt were reckless not to give him a mask, knowing that they wanted him to wear a t-shirt in a heavily crowded environment, thereby putting his health at risk and collectively putting all of us, our health at risk. But when he came back to my gate, I saw him wearing the t-shirt. Told him, we're going to do a swap, 3 for 1. I gave him 3 Fruit of the Loom t-shirts, brand new. And he gave me back the t-shirt. Well, I am a Gambian, protected by the laws of this country to do as I see fit. And what I saw fit was to send a message of protest to the citizen-in-chief that Nyanjai wasn't happy in the manner in which our country, especially when we have a new variant, especially when we see a spike in COVID cases and infection, and the reckless nature of our government, especially as it relates to our public health. So I decided that me, Nyanjai, will do my own protest, poured water on my tiles, mop it, and put that t-shirt where it belongs, in the shit. Sorry for my language, but that's who I am and that's what I do. Anyway, that t-shirt wasn't forcefully taken from the young gentleman. It wasn't taken forcefully from him. We agreed. I educated him because what you guys saw is a fraction, and you saw a young man laughing. And I don't think he will be in my midst, in the midst of his dad and me trying to do whatsoever to him. See, we need to understand one thing. We need to put this country in the right track. What's so sad is poverty has become an instrument of repression. And that we must not accept, and that we must not condone, and that we have to fight at all times when we see it. Why am I saying that poverty is an instrument of repression? The bait was a t-shirt. People will go for a t-shirt because they want it. Once they get the t-shirt, whatever comes next is inconsequential. Well, I've made the little kid understand he can get t-shirts without having to do that. And now he has understood that pretty well. Well, I only gave him 3 t-shirts, brand spanking new. And not only him, by the way. His father came with 2 other workers. I gave each 2 brand new t-shirts, including his dad, making it 9 t-shirts. My t-shirt, brand new Fruit of the Looms. Anyway, what did I do thereafter? I was on the phone when this incident was going. That's why on the video, you won't even hear my voice. I was online with a friend of mine in Atlanta, Sajas Sise. He said, come on, man. So these kids are lining up just for a t-shirt? I said, yes. I said, but I'm not mad that they're lining up for a t-shirt. I'm mad that the people giving them t-shirts care less about the public health of these kids or any other person they may come in contact with. He said, hey, we just brought a container. I said, yes. He said, there's a suitcase filled with t-shirts. I want all those t-shirts, take a box and give it to this young kid. These are all brand spanking new. Nothing here is used. All are new. And he told me, make sure he has them all by himself, for nobody but himself. So 46 t-shirts, 46, not one, not 5, not 10. I'm talking about 46 t-shirts. Why? Because he doesn't want a young kid to be out there just trying to fend for what? A t-shirt at the expense of his health. So if our government is irresponsible, let us have citizens who understand the plight of people and make sure that the right thing is done. I am very unapologetic about what I do because they are measured, they are calculated, and they are done for a reason, to awake the consciousness of the Gambian, to also understand that we are not tools of the trade of the political class, but rather the masters of the political class, and we must not be taken for a ride. And that's the very reason I decided to put that t-shirt in the septic tank, because I knew exactly what that will do. And that's what I wanted. But I also want to tell Gambians, stop looking at the messenger and look at the message. Nyanjai is not your problem. Nyanjai is merely doing one thing and one thing alone, highlighting what is wrong and ought to be fixed. But guess what? People were happy that it was Nyanjai, so they decided to have a field day. You can't have a field day on someone who is not stupid. I have a son. Therefore, I will not endanger anyone's son, number one. Number two, I want to make sure he becomes a better citizen. I want to make sure he understands his rights. I want to make sure he understands that no one should take him for a ride. This political class of ours are doing nothing but segal mawarla. Those days are gone and gone for good. I don't care which party is it, but I expect our president to know that he should not measure himself with what other parties are doing. He should measure himself to the expectations of the nation, hence he's the citizen in chief. You cannot have a spike in COVID cases and you're indifferent to our public health. The amount of t-shirts given out there are so immense. I wish that each t-shirt came with a mask, but no, because they care less. So therefore, it is our collective responsibility to show this government or any other government or any political party that wrong is wrong and two wrongs don't make a right. Just because all the political parties held their convention, we should always have a snapshot of time. When those political parties were having their convention, how was the COVID situation? And by the way, did you guys also see that during the Meet People's Tour, at no point did we see our COVID czar or our Minister of Health out there telling us about COVID? Soon after that wasteful event of ours, they started coming out talking COVID, COVID, COVID. Yes, COVID is real. Yes, the citizenry need to be responsible, but responsibility starts at the highest echelons of our governance architecture, i.e., the office of the president. And the office of the president have abdicated their duty in terms of our public health need. A poor country like ours, with poor health infrastructure, should not allow super spreader events to be taking place in the country. But what's more troubling, the day after, they had what? Legal year. The president most likely was there, the vice president, the speaker, the cabinet, basically the whole of our governance architecture at the highest level were there. What if 11 of them happen to contract COVID and die? That can be the collapse of our government. Therefore, it's a national security issue. What is wrong with the people advising our president that they need to understand that his personal interest is so narrow relative to the grand scheme of things and the interest of Gambians? Well, Nyanjai is not shying away, but Nyanjai equally is not going to waste his precious, good quality time to respond to what I call political demagogues and political charlatans. I don't waste my time with whores. Whores are people who move from one bed to another. So those political whores have no space or time in Nyanjai's precious time. So no comment, and let them speak, and speak they can, because I am indifferent. What I can tell you is, at no point was that kid subjugated to anything. At no point was he harassed. He gave his t-shirt because he was getting a better value. I gave him 3 for 1, and he took 3 for 1. So what's the problem? The problem is Gambians are not talking about our problem. You had a super spreader event. Take care of the super spreader event and deal with it. The elephant in the room is President Barrow and his indifference to our public health. I'm not even talking about any other issue, just our public health. A new variant in town. The least you can do, if you don't shut the country down, curtail activities. And he should not take a cue from what other political parties are doing. He should take a cue from what we expect from him. And what we expect from him is good governance and responsibility and duty of care to the citizenry of this country. Well, up until that's not going to happen, Nyanjai will be around. And Nyanjai has no qualms or feelings about how others perceive him. The perception of others is not my reality. My reality is what I do. And I measure my reality based on my conscience. And my conscience is clean. And I don't have a problem. I'm here with a good friend of mine. And he was here yesterday. As a matter of fact, the t-shirt he is wearing today is one of my t-shirts. He is a brother. He is a brother. And when I say I promote him, I just don't promote him by giving him a job. I promote him by giving him opportunities outside of my scope. And that is what we expect to be each and everyone's keeper. I am my brother's keeper. He is my brother. So if I am nice and kind to him, I see no way I will be indifferent to his child. And his child comes to my house all the time. What is sad is the average Gambian happens to have a social issue about people that are different from them or people they despise. Hate my message, but you can hate me because your hate cannot impact me. It only makes you vain and bitter. I am not your problem. Your problem is called President Barrow for what he is doing as it relates to our public health. And finally, I want to tell Gambians that every Gambian has the right to associate with whoever they want, provided you are not a minor, because minors don't know right and wrong. So it's a shame that whoever wanted to give that young boy a t-shirt did think of giving him a mask to cover his face. That's a shame. And I hate it, I deplore it, I detest it, and I have my ways and means of getting my message across. Thank you, Gambia. And I will tell you once and for all, Nyanjai is highly political, but non-partisan. I don't belong to any party, but I belong to the Gambia. I support the Gambian cause, and I want to see a better Gambia because we deserve better. Because of that, you will be hearing from me, and it may not be what people expect or what people think. But at the end of the day, I sleep well at night, knowing I have discharged my duty to country and my conscience. God bless you all, and I do hope this is as far as I'm concerned, the end of it, because the persons or people that matter were here. Yo ya saligay kaya fine kondeba. Wow. Talk na has na sadom amut. Saga na sadom amut. Dama kone. Jëlal ñeta ma jël bee la ci yow. Waaw. Waaw. Te loolu xew te ewuma ci foofu. Waaw. Yéen ñëpp. Man maa yow yaakaar nañ du liggéey du tey. Te li dox suñ diggante passé na liggéey. Yow suma broda nga kon nag du ma jël suma doomi broda di ko def naka sudul moom. Waaye nag dañ dëkk ci dëkk boo xam ne nit ñi dañoo dégg tel ne bal bi tàkk na. Anyway, we are what we are and we do what we want because we are protected by law. My freedom of speech will not be impeded. I decided to use that t-shirt as a mug and put it where I felt fit. God bless Gambia. Love you all.
Okay. So guys, that is Nyang Jai, and you guys have heard it by yourselves. So the problem here is that he is making this thing look like politics, because this thing has nothing to do with the politicians. And you guys have left me a lot of comments that I agree with, because I agree with everything that he said. And if it wasn't for what happened to the boy or what he did to the boy, I wouldn't have made this video, because there's no need, because I would have done the same thing. And I would have talked about the same thing, because that's what I do. When I see wrongs going on in our government, I talk about it. The last time they talked about, they went to the National Assembly with no mask. They were yelling at each other. I talked about it. You call for gatherings without protecting people. You expose them to dangerous things. How do you say you care about those people if you cannot protect them? Because it all comes out to be your own selfish interest. It is time for you to launch your party, so you really don't care who has a mask or not. It's time for another person to launch their party. Now you will be worried about protecting people. That African mindset, selfishness, it just needs to go, because it's not taking us forward. But what Nyang Jai also don't seem to understand is that this boy did not go to the luncheon because of a t-shirt. Now you're making it look like he poor and he just went there for a t-shirt. Like your friend said, are these people lying all because of a t-shirt? You know better. And the reason why people are attacking you is that we have high hopes in you. We believe and trust in you. And this was the least expected from you. Not about the things you talk about when it comes to the government, but what you did to the young man. And you need to be able to separate those two things. I believe if you were to come on board and talk about this issue, you should have first of all apologized for your actions and accept the fact that you were angry and your reaction was in relation to the politics and your hate for NPP. At the same time, talk about the wrongs that the Barrow government have done. Because I applaud you for some of the things you said in this video. I sure did. Because you have said nothing but facts. But what you did to the 16-year-old boy is wrong. And I'm going to tell you again, some of these people went to this luncheon and was lining for that t-shirt. It's not as if they don't have clothes. They have clothes, but their love for Barrow and his party, they can stand today till tomorrow, till the next day, just to wait for one person. We know how those things work. We're all Africans. And we know how we go into politics deep down inside our hearts. We would do anything. We would sleep on the streets waiting for Yaya Jammeh to come. So it's about love and the support they have for Barrow, and not because they don't have the t-shirt. What you did was about hate for Barrow and MPP. So separate those two. Accept your faults. Don't let your ego take the better part of you, Nyanjai. People are not telling you the truth because you think you have such a loud mouth, you can shut people up, but let them speak their mind just the same way you have spoken your mind. But let us tell you that you're wrong. If that was my child, you think he would still be walking with you? And you brought this man in front of the world to see and agree with every single thing that you said. You brought his dad to agree with you and make it look like we are the bad person. We are the bad people. We are the ones that he said in Wolof, "Dengena dega til, bal ngene til." I don't even know how that works. If Aji was here, she would have said it. I'm not a Wolof, so. Of course, because you are the one that did the bal, and we will tell. What do you expect? Africans, Gambians, we don't want anybody else to come to our country and treat us like we are nothing. Nyanjai, if this was a Chinese or a Lebanese that treated a Gambian boy like that, you would have been one of the first people on the media because you're so good at that to talk about it. This government is making this Chinese abuse our people. This government is doing this. This government is doing that. So why are you an exception if you do the same thing that Chinese and that Lebanese would have done? That doesn't make you an exception. Because you're a Gambian doesn't mean that you can do it and get away with it. If you continue like that and continue to tell us how unapologetic you are about the wrongs you do, I wonder how you intend to move the country forward, because that's what you've been advocating for. How do you intend to do it? With belittling people? With throwing their stuff in septic tanks and making them go inside the septic tank? You deleted that video because you know what you did. You made that boy go into the septic tank. Your actions were so disgusting, Nyanjai. If nobody tells you the truth, they're lying to you. And they don't want the best for you, or they don't want the best for Gambians. This is unbelievable. I'm not mad at you because of some of the things that you said. I'm actually happy that somebody is talking about it, because I did talk about it. The government can be very selfish when it has to do with them. But you let your anger and hate for them get the better part of you. And this father is going to agree with you on the media because they are an employee. They're just employees to you. And you don't know how much they are in need of that money that you're going to pay them. So if it depends, if their livelihood depends on that money that you're going to pay, we all know that salary in Gambia is basically nothing. So why won't he even have 50 jobs gardening? He can have 50 homes that he's gardening. Because put all that money together at the end of the month, it may not be up to $5,000. So he gotta do what he gotta do. So did you think of maybe he's agreeing with you because he doesn't have another choice? Did that come into your mind? That because he's an employee and you call him your friend? Come on, we cannot do that to each other, man. We can't treat each other like this and then we want to justify our actions by bringing other issues into it. Talking about Barrow and MPP does not negate the fact that you were absolutely wrong. And you should accept that. And you should apologize to that kid, no matter how little he is. You should apologize to his dad, no matter how little. Try apologizing and see what the dad is going to tell you. And you see that boy go to that party luncheon. Doesn't that tell you that even his dad may be an MPP? And his dad probably gave him the right to go there before coming to work. I'm not justifying why he was late for work though. But knowing Gambian politics, I've seen people that when it's time to vote, they will tell their kids, if you go, make sure you put it in the green box. I remember those days, and it used to be so funny to us. They'll tell their children to put it in the green box because they support that person. People used to vote because their husbands are supporting a particular party. Everybody will support, everybody in that family will support that party. So people were not voting with the right mindset. And it's still happening. So if NPP is in their soul, there's nothing you can do about it. If you like, give them a million t-shirts. Nobody cares. And you giving them a t-shirt doesn't mean that they don't have one. You can bring a container full of t-shirts. They will still vote and support Barrow. Your behavior needs addressing. And you call people that are addressing you, whatever people, fine. But if you go, think about it. If this was your own child and somebody posted him on social media, not just post him, but tell us how they have abused his privacy. How would you feel? Is that going to make you happy? The people that are applauding you for that don't even know what they're talking about. Some people are just so dumb. They don't know what they're talking about. And because they're not wearing the shoes, some of us Africans, if we are not wearing the shoes of somebody else going in pains or trouble, we're just so sensitive about it. Like we don't care. And it's wrong. I'm telling you, Nyanjai, you went overboard. You're wrong and you need to apologize to them. Even if you apologize, I know they're going to tell you, oh, it's nothing, it's fine. But just do it. Do it. It's not going to take anything away from you. It's just going to make you a better person. And it's just going to make us love you more. There's nothing wrong with apologizing. I don't know why you guys find it so difficult to do it. What you have presented to us these past couple of days is nothing but arrogance and proudness. And people are already thinking that what you're preaching is not exactly how you are. And are you going to blame them on that? Heck no. Come on. I have put you so high up there. And this was like one of the least. This is the least that I expect from you. We're already having issues with other employees, other race of employees, disrespecting Gambians, treating them like they're slaves. So we cannot have our own do that to us. We cannot have our own do that to us. You are a Gambian. We are all Gambians. Let us respect each other. Coming to the boy himself, if you know you're going to go to a party luncheon, and everybody knows how Nyanjai is and how he's against that government, you should have made sure that you come to work early. You should have made sure that you left the program so that you can make it to work early, because I know you know your boss. Now, the problem with some of us is that Africans just don't respect time. We think we can do anything that we want and get away with it, especially when it comes to work. You go to an office, people are having breakfast from 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock. They're still drinking tea, and they have people waiting for them. Sit down there. They seem to have anything to do in their life. You guys need to start respecting time and respecting your employers and respecting your job. Because sometimes our actions will piss people off and they will do the unthinkable. They will treat us anyhow, which they might eventually. But when things go out on the media, it is gone. So many people have already saved your video, even if you delete it. So many people have already saved it and they will forward it to each other. Look at what Nyanjai did. Look at what Nyanjai did. Though you sound like you don't care, but I doubt you don't care, because for you to come out and try to justify your actions means you care. And you care about what people are saying. Like I said, Africans need to respect time and respect their jobs. So you guys are going to have with a lot of people, especially when it has to do with your own people. We can respect the Chinese time, the white man. We can use our own people, step on them, their time. We don't care, because, oh yes, he's a Gambian, so you cannot talk to me anyhow. You know, I can come whatever time I want, every day. Oh, I didn't have taxi today. There was too many people. You have to wake up early, because when we are here, when we're not in Gambia, or when we are being employed by other races that are not Black people, we do, because we know we don't have the chance to be given unnecessary excuses every single day. So why can't we treat our own people like that? If we want respect, we must respect our own people. Because respect is mutual. It's a mutual agreement. You give it to me, I give it to you. If you don't give it to me, I won't. You employ an African person, they are late 100 times. You decide to fire them, they call you a wicked person. But you made me fire you. I don't want to fire you. You probably made me fire you. There's a lot of angles to this story that we need to address. The employees and the employers as well. Jahari say, I think it would have been more effective if he spoke to the 16-year-old in private. We must stop allowing our ego to get out of control. Exactly. He could have done that. And he just did say he doesn't know anything about politics. And obviously he doesn't, because he's too young. So what happened to calling him like your own child? Talk to him. Tell him to be responsible. Talk to him about politics, the dangers and the bad, the good. You didn't do that. All you did, it was to start taking his video and posting it all over social media. I put it in a septic tank because it's shit, it's this, is that, and you made him go inside that septic tank. What the heck is wrong with you? You said you wouldn't do that to your own child, like you will not abuse your own child. But what you did right now, I'm very sure you won't do that to your own child too, and you wouldn't be happy to see anybody do it to your child. Let's just be fair and be truthful here. None of us will be happy to see somebody throw our child's clothes in a septic tank and made them go in there, none of us would be happy. So let's call a spade a spade. No matter who you are, if you're wrong, you're wrong. And we have to talk about your wrongs. Because you are not an exception. You're just like every other person that is capable of doing wrong things. And we are just like every other person that have the right to talk about it. This is so crazy. And then now I want to talk about diaspora employers. Because I've got so many emails about diasporans as well. And this is not something that I want to talk about. But just the same thing I said to Nyang Jai, I'm saying to you guys too. I consider you Gambians, whether you're still waiting for your citizenship, whether you have it yet or not, you are a Gambian. And you're a diaspora Gambian. So the same thing I said to Nyang Jai, I expect us to respect each other as Black people and as Africans. I did message these diasporans and no response, especially the Bag family. I don't have any issues with you guys. And I respect and appreciate you guys. But sometimes it's not everything that is supposed to be on the media in how we treat our employees. Be very, very careful. Because you guys are beginning to have a reputation of just hiring Gambian employees and firing them in a very shameful way, and it's wrong. Nobody wants to talk about it because nobody wants to offend you. I'm just gonna put like I said, nobody wants to offend you. Or nobody wants to be seen as the bad person. But some of the things that you do to your employees are just unacceptable. And you guys need to start learning about how Gambians communicate and how they work with each other. All of it is not going to be perfect, which you can make a change to. Definitely. But it's not going to be forced. It's going to be little by little. Let them learn. If they make mistakes and you're not happy about it, make them learn. Do not just fire them and just put it on the media for everybody to laugh at. And it's so shameful that the one laughing at these things that are happening. It's not looking good on your side. Neither does it look good on the side of Gambians as well. This is why I said, if you cannot deal with those people, locals that you call them, hire professionals so that you can get your job done. Because it's frustrating to see Gambians come and work every day and they will be filmed. At the end of the day, show them the gate. What is show them the gate? We shouldn't do that to each other. I feel like that t-shirt you guys made about show them the gate, you shouldn't have even made it in the first place because we're dealing with our own. That was not right on your side. And it doesn't make you better. And the subscribers that are laughing and telling you you're doing a good thing, they don't know what they're doing. Sometimes you may think people are hating on you, but they're not. So many people love you guys. So many Gambians love you guys, but it's just that you guys are not clicking with them. You're not clicking with the Gambians. That's the problem. Because the Gambians feel like they've been used or they're treated like slaves, and you guys feel like they're lazy or they're not doing things right. Try to work together with them. Teach them. I said this before. Customer service in Gambia or Africa is not the same as the diaspora. So if you're coming from the diaspora and you think that customer service, or maybe you contract people and you would expect the same thing that is happening in the diaspora, it's going to be different because it's a different environment. And not just that, things work differently there too, which doesn't make it perfect, but it works for us. But we should make a better change to it. And I agree with you guys wanting to make change to the way people work. But there's so many things that you guys have also done that is wrong. And when people email you, if it doesn't sit right with you, you don't get back. I want to communicate with you people because I don't like seeing people come to work and we're expecting that they're going to go next 2 days or next 1 week. Because everybody coming right now, we're all just sitting and expecting that they're going to show them the gate, as they say, show them the gate. For God's sake, we are all Black people.
And I don't understand.
Why do we feel like we can treat each other like this? Listen. Even the white person or the Lebanese or the Chinese that we always talk about, when they're firing us, they fire us with dignity. They don't make the whole world know that they're firing us. At least a little bit of dignity they'll give us with all the wrongs that it comes with. For example, Nyang Jai. If it was a Chinese person or a white person, they will not throw your stuff in the gutter or in the septic tank, but they'll send you home. You wear the wrong uniform, you go back home because you're not supposed to wear it. But no, we just want to do it publicly and disgrace ourselves, thinking we're disgracing somebody else. Because sometimes you think you're disgracing your employee when you're really disgracing yourself. I don't know. The back elders are hard-headed. I feel like back doesn't kind of listen, and that's why they're having some issues. But you know what? I did not feel sorry when they fired what's his name again? Solomon. I didn't feel sorry for him because instead of Solomon to do his job, he was there buying t-shirts and laughing and showing them the gate. He didn't know they're going to show him the gate. And this is not to bash the Back family, if you guys are watching. That's why I didn't want to put your name on it. But it's to let you know. Sometimes we need to treat each other very specially because we are special to each other. Because having an upper hand doesn't make us better still. So the way we treat each other is going to be what is going to tell who we are. And you don't want to live in Gambia and have everybody hate you. Somebody emailed me, a couple of people, I would say, emailed me, but I told them I need to have proof. And some of these are like, well, my brother is working with them, my sister is working with them. Like, everything is not on the media? They're hiding some of the things. I don't know, because I'm not there. So obviously, I'm going to have to need proof to see what is going on before I come on board and start blabbing my mouth. But if these are happening, then you need to stop. And just from the little that I see on the media, I myself am not happy with it. Those words that you guys use every day, show them the gate, I don't like it. Because you are a Gambian now. You've been there for years. And you shouldn't treat them like that. And you guys may think that it's okay. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. Probably you guys don't even see it as a big deal. It's just Gambians that see it as they've been treated badly. That's why I'm talking to you guys on this video in conjunction with what the Gambian guy also did. Because we all did do this. Black people, most people, we don't know how to treat our employees. And our employees don't know how to respect us as employers. That's why we just don't click. We're just fighting, disrespecting each other on the media. It's sad. And it's going to be so shameful if other employees are shown the gate again on the media. Anyways, I think I'm going to close on this because unless if anybody wants to call in, you can call because I put the link there. You can call and say something probably for a few minutes because I'm going to go. Let me put my battery on charge. Oh, this phone is going to die. There you go. Okay, sorry guys, but my battery was almost dying. Yeah, I think I put the link if you guys want to call in, and I'm gonna just read some of the comments. I've been just talking and I'm just not happy with what I'm seeing, like how we just treating each other like people are nothing. I just don't like it. I don't like how we are treating each other. From the Diaspora side, I can only talk about the Bach family. The rest of them, I don't know, but I know that people are emailing me because they're not happy and they want me to, but I cannot talk about it. But from the little that I see on the media, I can give you guys my little advice. Everyone want to advise Bach family. People want to attack you. Oh, you're a hater. You're a hater. We cannot be telling each other the truth and be considered haters. We want to live together. We're all going to come with the bad side of us and the good side of us. You're going to come to Gambia, meet the bad side of Gambians, and you're not going to like it. But you're going to see a lot of good. And you're going to come, we're going to see the bad side of you, which we're not going to like. And we're going to be like, oh, this Diasporans. But we're going to see a lot of good from you as well. So we should be able to tell each other the truth without getting angry or tagging each other as haters. Hi, Tony B. How are you?
Hey, my African queen, how you doing? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
You can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
How you doing, queen?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good, good. All right. Yeah, this is very, very important message that you're bringing up right now. Is really, yes, we need to talk about it. Is the line okay? You hear me okay? really breaking. Hear me? I think you mute. I can't hear you.
Yes, I can hear you now. Okay, sorry about that.
Okay, no problem. Okay, yeah, this needs to be talked about it. It's about time. Okay, it's about time. It's not that we're going to sit down. Africa is going to sit down, and then everyone will do anything to us, and then we keep quiet. No, that will not help us. That will not help anyone. We need to talk about it. We need to stand up and calm these things down. Okay, what's the dignity? Like, really? People working with you, and then every day you put a camera on them and blah, 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 talking all kind of words and all that. It's not hygienic. Where is this coming from? I believe those people doing that are not serious. The serious people are doing good stuff in Africa. They don't even show nothing. There is a saying, empty barrels always make noise. And that is what is going on right now. We need to talk about this. It's shameful. And as I said, one day, can you hear me, Queen? You keep frozen.
Yeah. I can hear you.
One day, these same people are going to sit on the internet, on YouTube, and then complain that Africans don't want to work with them, but they like to work with other race who have job in Africa. These things are going to, you mark my word today, these same people are going to complain when Africans realize that they cannot deal with them. These same people are going to complain the same thing, that Africans don't want to work with them. Because if you're doing this all the time, they're going to realize it's not worth it to work with you. And when it comes like that, you're going to destroy good people that have a good heart who want to work with Africans. They are going to, the one that they are going to suffer. It's horrible. It's really horrible. I don't know how I'm feeling right now. They should stop this nonsense. It's nonsense. They should stop it. Empty barrels always make noise, and that is what's going on. These people are not doing nothing. They are just showing off, and it's horrible. They should stop it. It's embarrassing. Okay? It's embarrassing. Do you think the people that you are embarrassing them, the Africans that you are embarrassing them because they are working with you and you giving them a token, do you think next time they will come and work with you? Or when they see a diaspora coming, they will work with them? They will rather go to Chinese or different race and work with them. And then you come and then start complaining, running your mouth on the internet everywhere saying that Africans don't want to work with you. They should stop that bullshit. We are tired. We'd rather be on the dirt and do whatever we can to survive than you coming and, coming to destroy everything. What is this? I don't know what to say.
Honestly,
it's frustrating.
When it comes, the thing is that people, like, we don't want to walk with Chinese or all those people. But when the disrespect is coming from our own, now that's a problem. Because
that is what I'm saying.
Somebody said on Facebook, am I a supporter of NPP? I'm not a supporter of NPP, like I said in the beginning. In fact, I am a big fan of Nyanjai, a big one. But that does not make me blind to his wrongs. That's just what I'm saying. I think some of you are putting politics first before humanity. And that's the problem that you guys have. And that's what you guys need to stop. I'm a big fan of Nyang Jai, but I'm not blind to what he's doing. Go ahead, brother.
We are saying this not only for Gambia. Now we really need unify whole Africa. But these things are going on, especially in Gambia. It's really going on, especially in Gambia, and it needs to stop. Because if they don't stop over there, then it's going to strengthen. It's going to spread all over. This is horrible. Why? I mean, okay, next time when different races talking, doing the same thing to Africans, what will you do? Can you protect them? No, because you're doing the same thing. When Chinese are maltreating Africans, you are the same people who were talking about it. Now you are the same people who are doing the same thing to your own people. So now you're giving these people a chance to treat us more, to treat us bad more. I'm tired of it. They should stop. I don't know if it has to come with what do you call it? The government has to come in, or the office of employee, the minister has to come in and stop this stupid stuff that is going on. It's embarrassing to the country. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your opinion. Okay. And Bias Hacker says it's a bad idea. Bat is not here to defend themselves. This is a hearsay and will cause drama. So I'm just going to say it's not a hearsay thing because, like I said, I talk about the people that are reaching out to me because I don't have evidence of their people being abused in any way. But from what I see on the media, I'm talking about that. Some of the things that I see is not right, and we need to stop it because it's not like telling good about us as Gambians. It's not telling good about diasporans at the same time, if you know what I mean. So this is not anything that is, like I said, I'm not bashing Back family, neither am I bashing Nyang Jai. I'm just stating the fact. And we need to be able to see the truth, identify it and talk about it. Because it's not right. Well, maybe you should go to the back channel and watch when it has to do with the Back family, and then you should go to Facebook and watch Nyang Jai when it has to do with Nyang Jai, because I don't know what to say again, because I'm not going to sit here and start lying or talking about things that I don't know or that I've not seen. I've said this number of times. When people reach out to me, I tell you, give me evidence, because you talk about you've been abused or something, give me evidence. Maybe you've been fired, but what happened? Do you have an evidence to it? So for that reason, I may not be able to talk about a lot, but I'm not also blinded about the things that I see. That's just it. I just don't want Backs to be the people that nobody wants to work with, or when they're hiring people, then another person is telling them that this is how they are, this is how they are. Because Gambia is too small. They're just going to be giving the information to everybody. But they're not going to say no to the job, but they know what to expect. So that's not going to look nice, because then they're going to be like these Americans, and then Americans are going to Gambians. And that's not nice. Like I said, I consider us all Gambians, because you're on Gambian soil. And most of the diasporans that moved, they moved with children. They moved with their family. And they, even if you don't have kids, you're going to have kids at one point. So it's important that we try to work together like Gambians and like Africans, and stop putting everything on the media just to make other people laugh. Remember, it's not only us that is watching these channels. Everybody is watching it. And they'll be happy to see a Gambian disgrace another Gambian on the media because of a t-shirt. And they'll be happy to see a African diaspora disgrace a continental African because of a job. But we are patient to work with them. Sometimes we quit by ourselves because we don't want to work there no more. But that also has to do with, in some part, the things we are able to take from them and cannot take from our own. That's why I say some of us, we get so sensitive, even when you're trying to make sense and advise people and talk about the right thing, people are so sensitive about it. Oh, you're just hating, you're doing that, you don't know. People that hate don't talk about coming together. People that hate you will not tell you the truth. Sometimes you need to be very careful of those people that are clapping for you with everything that you have done. Especially if you have a lot of backlash and you have a couple of people telling you kudos. You need to be very watchful of those. It's either they don't know what they're doing, or they're dumb in the mind, or they're just your enemies. Perhaps this is an opportunity to educate. We have bad government in Gambia. Yeah, your opinion and my opinion, but some people don't see it as a bad government. And I'm not going to say it's a bad government, but they're making some bad decisions, I guess, that I don't agree with. And I guess some people don't agree with, but that they have a lot of supporters too. And we need to respect those supporters. Like I said, we just put politics like first before ourselves, and we need to stop that. This conversation is this life is like two parts. It's the Gambian part and the diaspora and African part. So it's like two parts going on. It's crazy, but I just wanted to do it at once. It's an opportunity to make better changes to make changes for betterment of all of us. Linda, I agree with you. It is an opportunity. I just don't like the fact people will just attack you for talking about the truth. And sometimes they know this is the truth, but they just want to talk about it. Especially some of our subscribers. You subscribing to me doesn't mean you have to agree with me on everything, but just respect my opinion and respect me as a person. That's all I ask for. You can disagree with my video. Do not insult me on the comments, because that hurts. Tell me you disagree. Tell me whatever you want to say, except coming at me disrespectfully. It is what it is. Anyways, I think I've said everything that I've said, and nobody wants to call in. If anybody wants to, I would have stayed, but I'm just gonna go and read a couple of comments before I go. Why make it personal? Why make it personal? I don't know. People are just like making this thing personal. I'm just talking about every single person. I'm talking about every diaspora African. I'm talking about every Gambian. I'm talking about every African, because some Africans also want to go to Gambia, especially now that everybody's moving to Gambia. Some Africans wants to go to Gambia. But if that's what I'm talking about. So this is for everybody, not just one person. Advocate for Americans to get like tap cash in their phones was told not to generalize Gambians for being robbed. Should we generalize Black for foreigners for what Jai did? Where is Jai from? obviously we cannot generalize him because every Gambian is not like that. A lot of Gambians have employees, but don't treat them like that. I'm just going to say, I think he made a mistake, but he's not willing to accept his mistake and say, I am wrong. I apologize to this boy, but this is the reason why I did this. And I was angry at the time because the government's decision is not the right one, in my opinion. He would have just said that, and it would have been a done deal. But making videos and videos and videos telling us I'm apologetic, it's just being rude and arrogant. That's just what I think. This may sound harsh to him or people that support him. And I know so many people might even unsubscribe my channel for this video because people just get so insensitive, but I have to talk about it. Hi, Kwesi, how are you? Hi, Kwesi, unmute yourself, please. There you go. Kwesi, come back. I think it's your network. Kwesi don't seem like he always have good network. Who is Jai, by the way? Is that a guy YouTuber? Well, he's on YouTube, but he doesn't post, but he's like very active on Facebook. Yeah. And he's a big advocate, like, for Gambians, though. Like, when it comes to, like, youth development and just stating the fact as it is, he is not scared of anybody. And that's why I'm a big fan of him. I love him to death. I love to listen to him because everything he says always sinks into my head. But like I said, I'm not blinded about his wrong either. Hi, Kwesi.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I haven't been listening for too long, but I just read the title and just wanted to talk about how it is in not in Gambia, in Africa, because I'm not a Gambian, so I don't know what it's like in Gambia, but in certain parts of Africa, these type of attitudes persist in it. For example, for you to treat someone like that, they would have had to have known a bit about him. For me, if you're from a poor background and you go to work with people, this is how people will treat you if they get the chance. You feel me? I've not really watched the whole video. I don't know if it was a Gambian man or was it a Gambian man treating him like that. So I don't know if it was a Gambian man, but I think these things happen a lot more than we think. But obviously, because of the videos and social media, we've heard about it. These type of attitudes persist, and I don't think it's anything new. I think it's very wrong, but it just shows you the mindset of some people in Africa is the money is kin, and if you haven't got money, you're seen as nothing, and this is how you be treated. So this is basically what's happening in so many different African countries. Yeah, if you can give me a brief about what exactly happened in the video, and was it a Gambian man doing this to a Gambian boy?
He's a Gambian boy, but he's working for this Gambian man who he and his dad is working for this man. So, and he went to, but he came with his take his t-shirt and then throw it in the septic tank and made him go in there and post it in the social media. So, and basically he's unapologetic about it, but a lot of Gambians like condemn his action, but I guess his ego won't let him say sorry. But he's trying to justify it, and that's my problem. Like, you've already done the wrong thing, so don't justify it with another action. Because I already agreed with what he's using to justify it, which is the government and how they're doing things. I know, and I agree with him. But when it comes to him treating his worker in such a disrespectful way, I disagree with that one.
Yeah, like I said earlier, these things happen a lot more, and you can tell he's done it for years now. He's done it for so long that he now feels comfortable to even do a video about it. That's even the worst part. You feel me? He's probably done worse things to his worker than this. This is probably a warm up to what he's gonna do once the camera turns off. In terms of these things happen in Africa a lot. It's very sad that if you don't have money, this is how people are gonna treat. And it's true. If you don't have money in Africa, if you're like a house boy or house girl or worker, and you don't have money, they know that you don't have anyone to tend to if you don't have this job. So they will treat you anyhow. So it's a very sad situation. And I don't know what else to say about it except for the kids to stay strong in it in these times of thing. In any country, if it was like a Western country, he may be able to take the guy to court or something like that. But I don't know what it's like in Gambia. But yeah, these things happen a lot of times. Africans do treat each other like this, but it all comes down to money. If the boy was from a rich family, a well-off-to-do family, he wouldn't treat him like this. Even if he was a worker, he wouldn't treat him like this. But because he knows he probably hasn't got much, probably hasn't got anyone who's got his back to help feed him, he's going to treat him anyhow. So it's a very, very bad situation. So that's what I have to say.
Yeah, thank you so much, Kwesi. I really appreciate your contribution. Yeah, and Omar said we got Indians and Lebanese treating Gambians like slaves. Talk to them like they're nothing. Absolutely, I agree with you. That's why I say if our own people are doing the same thing, then what are we? What message there? Because now we can't even stand and against these people, or maybe our people can't even have the courage to talk to us when they're being treated like slaves. Because then if they work for you, you're treating them like that. So if they work for somebody else and they're treating them like that, what are you gonna do? It's gonna be like, there's no better place for me to go to. I know there's like a lot of Gambians that hire people that are good employers. So basically, his action doesn't make it look like everybody's like that. Everybody's not like that. There is some people that are different. Some people are nice. And maybe, like I said, he made a mistake. He just needs to recognize his mistake and accept it and stop being in your actions in any way, no matter what you use. We know what you're talking about is true, but it doesn't negate the fact that you're wrong on the boy's side at the same time. Yeah, basically, that is it, guys. I'm gonna log off now. I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and thank you guys for the super chats. I seen them. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Alunda, all of you, like, I appreciate the super chats. Thank you. And God bless you all, okay? Good night, guys. I'm glad this live did not turn out to be like a crazy one, because I was like, people are just gonna be attacking me, but it is what it is. Thank you guys for attacking me, and at least I hope like a lot of people have heed to my advice and we can work together as Africans in a better way, basically. You know, Gambians and diasporans and continental Gambians that are employers can work together with their employees with respect, hopefully. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.